noticed something
That I changed
about
my
this. Well, yeah. Have y'all noticed something?
hair. Oh.
Um, but I just want to ask you a question.
You're gonna ask me a
Yeah,
question?
I want to ask you a question.
I.
Have you noticed how the Republicans don't seem to care what's in these emails?
Yep.
Just suddenly they don't.
It doesn't matter. There's emails. They could be duplicates.
They're not the ones asking for more information. The Hillary Clinton campaign is. And let's see, we've already known by Hillary Clinton's own testimony that she did in fact email this person during this time period many times about the wedding thing.
Well, that's her top aide's computer. I mean,
That's her top aide's computer. How did they not know that these emails were on there before now?
Yeah, exactly. How did they not already confiscate that computer? I would imagine
Right.
that all the people who were involved in the emails during the first investigation should have at least had their computers scanned, if not confiscated.
Or at least, call them up and say, hey, we see they emailed you. What's your fucking inbox look like?
Right.
Emails are not fictional characters, okay?
No characters.
They go from one place to another. They don't just stay somewhere. That's why they're called emails. They send messages. And, usually when you send something, it goes, to more than one place.
Unless you're at my office, and then it takes 3 hours to send an email this past week.
Yeah.
You hide that sexy chest. That's my sexy chest.
Yeah. We're gonna stay calm on camera and not just. Okay.
Yeah, you know how to change my hair color so he can feel
And
like he has a mistress.
our kids are right there, just all looking grossed out now. Well, y'all pay attention to something else. Yeah, go. Go play your freaking math game. Yes, you go watch the math
Trina
game.
just by Felicia.
We just got by Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
Your pants are backwards, Layla. She's wearing sweatpants with a drawstring, and the drawstring
At
is
least
on
she's
her
finally
butt.
starting to get her shoes on the right feet.
No, I caught her the other day and had to correct her.
Oh.
Running out to school in the morning. She was like in a hurry. I said, go switch your shoes when you get in the car.
Okay, so what I want to make clear is the difference between someone who is second guessing their Trump vote and people who are hell bent Trump supporters.
Funny faces at the camera.
This is hard enough to concentrate on, but them making all that damn noise.
Hey!
I don't need you to yell at them. Psst. Stop telling me about you dancing with the camera while I'm in the middle of a sentence. Like, Stop. You. Stop. Being more distracting than they are. Because you're cute. Like, I can't stop looking.
Collaborate and listen.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yep. No idea what the fuck I was going to
Trump
say.
vote.
Here, can you make those into cigarettes? Alright. So here's the deal. What you gotta ask yourself this election is simply, how easily bullshitted are you? Okay? And I'm not talking about lies. I'm not talking about individual things that politicians always fucking do. Because all that's been proven about Hillary Clinton is that she's a politician. Okay? And if you don't think Trump is a politician, you're not aware of what it takes to be in business.
No.
Okay? Because business is politics, baby. Business is politics.
It's like selling a car.
Right. Trump is the world's most successful, horrible car salesman. He's not the best car salesman in the world.
Definitely the most annoying.
Quite frankly, the difference between someone like Donald Trump and Grant Cardone is just the Russian backing. Okay? The difference between the talented people that you know that have great bands with great sounds and catchy tunes, and the morons that sell millions of albums making shit like, what, Call Me Maybe, and crap like that. Like, okay, like y'all remember when rock and roll died? Like about 10 years ago? Just rock and roll just stopped working, just became all the same shit. Okay.
The music
there are
died.
Right? Again, there are still talented musicians out there. There are still original songs out there. But if they don't fit this certain motif of sowing self-destruction among our youth, okay, whether it be emo, suicide promotion, or ghetto, and I say the word ghetto because I'm from the fucking ghetto, motherfucker. Okay, I can say it all I goddamn want, CNN with your PC liberal bullshit. Okay, and that's liberal bullshit. CNN aren't fucking liberals. Wolf Blitzer, the person who edits, the editor-in-chief, the person who decides all the shit that airs on CNN, is in the fucking tank for Trump, and everything they do is fucking subtle. Okay? As soon as this email shit came out, they blew up the fucking airwaves with it. They've been blowing up the airwaves with it all weekend long. And frankly, if you just look historically on CNN's coverage, it's been all about Trump. Everything's about either Trump, Hillary's emails, or what Trump said about Hillary's emails. Okay, and that's 90% of their fucking coverage. Okay, and if you have to tell yourself that it's media bias that's rigging the election against Trump, you're full of shit. And here's why. You have to tell yourself these things because you simply don't know facts. So you claim media bias because what the media, quote unquote, does, and that's not the media. Wolf Blitzer is the fucking media. The subtle manipulation bullshit is the media. Donald Trump is the media. Okay? Alex Jones is the media. All right? But reporters, they do these pesky things like interject facts and correct people when they're lying. Okay? And Trump basically lives in a fact-free environment and constantly bullshits. He doesn't just lie. He bullshits. He uses facts to mislead you, and that's even more dangerous. Go ahead, babe. Sorry, I was on a bit of a rant.
That's okay, because I was going to bring up my my video that I made last week about my rant, about how that's all the crap that we're hearing on that's all that we're hearing on TV. It's like we're not hearing about the issues, the important issues that are supposed to affect us. We're hearing about what's going on in these two. Okay, look, y'all know we Hillary supporters up in here, but I'm tired of hearing about both these motherfuckers' personal life.
Right.
Nobody gives a shit who he fucked in 94, okay? What are you going to do to better put our country in a better position than what we are now? How are we going to defend ourselves from the terrorists? How are you going to actually boost the fucking economy? How are you going to make wages catch up with the cost of living? Because I'm going to tell you what, I have been in so many places, and, you know, it didn't used to get talked about so much down here in Louisiana until after this flood happened. But every fucking store that I walk into, I'm hearing people talking about how horrible it is, how they can't catch up with their bills, how they're struggling to rebuild, how the government's fucking them over. How are the two of y'all gonna help us? Nobody is reporting on those issues, and I know they're talking about it. The very few snippets you catch are like 10 seconds long, so they are talking about it. But the media and, you know, all these mainstream Wolf Blitzer channels are fucking, all they're doing is reporting about the personal shit that really, honestly, does not affect us whatsoever.
Not a damn bit.
I mean, Trump's a pedophile. We know that. He wants to fuck his daughter, okay? He talks about it all the fucking time. But really, when it boils down to it, I fucking hate Trump. But why aren't you reporting on what he's saying he's going to do for our country? Why are you reporting about all these people that are coming out accusing him of shit? People come out and accuse people of shit all the fucking time.
And basically, instead of reporting on the things that are in ample supply that would help us analyze his character versus Hillary Clinton's character, take their past records, see what they have done, see what that means about their character, have like psychologists and fucking body language experts. They don't fucking do that shit this time, because if they did, they would be biased against Trump because of these things like facts.
Oh, and let me bring up another thing. The whole Clinton Foundation. Y'all need to let that fucking shit go, okay? Who the fuck cares where the money fucking came from? The money is being used to help people. So who the fuck cares who gave the money?
She ain't bought no damn Chinese steel. She ain't hollered no illegal immigrants. And she ain't hired a bunch of contractors and gypped them out of their fucking hard-earned money.
Exactly.
Okay?
By
Now,
filing
how the
for
hell are a
bankruptcy
bunch of
'cause she could.
contractors, a bunch of hard-working Southern men, gonna go work for a guy who fucking gyps people and hires fucking illegals so he don't got to pay nobody?
And let me explain something to y'all who don't
Tell me
understand when we're saying that he screwed contractors out of their hard-earned money. Okay, I work with bankruptcy. Okay,
He's doing it right now.
I work in the not in the bankruptcy court, but I do a lot of filing and see a lot of cases coming through my office with bankruptcy. And my office deals with a lot of shit like this. Companies who loan people money and they don't get paid back. And then these people go and file for bankruptcy and hide a bunch of their assets and money and get discharged. Getting discharged means that the judge goes, okay, well, there's no way really for you to pay it back, so we're going to fuck your credit up a little bit, but, you don't have to worry about paying any of these people anymore. I see it happen all the time. In fact, I had a case yesterday came across my desk, $67,000, and the people got discharged.
Donald Trump cannot get a loan in the United States. Okay? And you want him to help us improve our nation's credit rating?
He's gonna file for bankruptcy because he's gonna find a way that he can
Again?
Chapter 11 us or some shit
Right.
like that. Fuck.
Yeah, he actually has said that he thinks the United States should default on its debt. What a fucking disaster that would be. Okay, basically that would lead to a collapse of the Federal Reserve System, which a lot of people think is a great idea until you wind up in a fucking bread line. Okay,
Living out of your car if
with
you're
no
lucky to
police to protect you.
if you're lucky enough to have one that was already paid off before all this shit goes down. Because
Right.
they're gonna come take your car if you have it loaned or financed or whatever.
Yes, the banking system is going to collapse. And while a bunch of idiots who've been brainwashed might think that's a good idea, grown-ups who are aware of reality, who aren't suffering from schizophrenia, okay, understand that A, this would lead to the starvation of most people's children, and B, this is a foreign government's objective to do this to this country. Okay? It's not going to cause the collapse of the global economy. It's going to cause this horde to be able to take over and enslave everyone. And that's what you're voting for when you vote for Trump. Mark my words. I can't believe it. I can't believe people don't have the perception. I mean, you gotta know in your heart, okay? Stop listening to the people who are paid professional bullshitters. If you could just isolate yourself from that for 5 minutes and just look at what these two people have done that you know for a fact that they've done. You don't know for a fact that Hillary's done any of these little bullshit fucking things. You don't know for a fact that Donald Trump's done anything but, what he's said he's fucking done. Okay? But what you do know is their business practices versus their overt political practices. Overtly, by the record, according to the letter of what's gone on in their lives, who's a better person? Who spent their time aggrandizing themselves and, by their own admission, corrupting the political system? And you expect him to put an end to the corruption of the political system? The other person, in the meanwhile, takes money from foreign governments and then donates it to their political foundation in exchange for speaking. How many people did that hurt? Really? And the influence that you're imagining is causing you to not see the influence that is obvious with Donald Trump. He is the poster child. Literally, if you sat there and just made up a checklist of what a corrupt KGB plant businessman would be, he is exactly that. Okay? Even down to the one thing I have in common with him, which is an Eastern European wife.
But I can actually speak English and don't plagiarize other people's speaking points.
Right. And you don't oddly look like Vladimir Putin's daughter. Hey, look, that blood relation has actually been explained previously on this channel, but you might have to go watch previous videos to know things with that depth of knowledge. And I don't spell them out for you, so turn on your subtlety perception. So what is it that you understand that's actually in these emails? Do you know? Do Republicans even
Wiener's
ask?
dick pics.
Oh yeah. Here, let he just wanted to spoil the wedding party.
Look what the bride's missing out on. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
What you gonna do with them Hanes Gray briefs?
Not wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Okay, so Democrats are like, wait, their emails exist in an obvious place where emails should fucking be. Republicans are acting like this is a surprise, like they're playing out this fucking drama, and they're saying this proves this, and they're basically just making shit up. Okay, that's called bullshitting. All right, there is no equivalency to this regular tendency on the Democratic side. Okay, they tell you what they actually believe to be the truth. Republicans across the board knowingly, constantly bullshit. Okay, you can see it in their faces. All right, and the idea that there's any equivalency between Republicans and Democrats as far as what they'll do to win an election. Republicans literally strategize, plot, and ploy, and that's it. That's all they care about. They just want to win the election. They just want to have their power so that they can take their fucking kickbacks from the big fucking oil companies and shit. Okay? Whereas Democrats, while there are some corrupt Democrats, it's fucking presumable. Okay?
It's politics.
When you see Democrats speak, they're speaking what they actually believe in. Which, although sometimes, in many cases, in fact, it is naive. In many cases, in fact, it is completely showing lack of awareness of things like political Islam. Okay? But the fact of the matter is, they're telling you what they believe out of empathy for other people. Okay? And when they get mad because people are being dicks to each other. Okay? Whose side do you think God would be on? The constant bullshitters? Or the naive people who just want to stop people from hurting each other? Who just want poor children to have food and medical care? Because Hillary Clinton has proven that most of her ambition centers around that, around helping poor children get food and medical care. Donald Trump's ambition centers around fucking over as many people as possible in order to make himself as much money as possible. Who do you want to vote for? Seriously? You think the polls are catching up? I don't think the American people are this stupid, do you?
I want to know who they're polling.
Right?
I'm just saying. They always talk about the polls, but who are you polling, really?
The only media bias to speak of, okay, you have Fox News having political campaign donations collected for Republican House members on air. Keith Olbermann got shit canned, got fired for allegedly donating to someone he had on the show once. Okay, well, not allegedly, he did. Okay. Now, Fox News, they donate to their people all the time. They openly brag about it on air. Okay, there's recordings of this. In fact, Rachel Maddow did a little clip show about this. No problem. MSNBC, they never collect donations for politicians on air. And basically, the voice of the actual intellectual, not even left, the center, okay, the voice of the intellectual center, Keith Olbermann, got fired just because he donated to somebody who was a guest on the show. And then you got Wolf Blitzer. Wolf Blitzer took down the CIA. Okay? If you don't know that, if you don't know how, when, why, and where, you're really not capable of disagreeing with me. And you need to trust me. Okay? Because in the late 80s and early 90s, okay, especially during the first Iraq War, it was basically said in the UN, in Congress, on the news, that Wolf Blitzer's CNN was better than the CIA. All the while, they were bullshitting us and goading us into the Middle East. You have no idea what's really going on here. Okay? Most of the people in our government have no idea what's really going on here. All right? And that's why you see this outright partisan tampering with an election on the part of an FBI director who already made it his business to insert personal opinion about carelessness into what should have been a legal statement. Okay? And his opinion about her carelessness handling the emails has no legal weight. Okay? It is not a legal argument. There is negligence, okay, and that would be something that could be determined legally and would, probably bring charges. But you don't just go say, she didn't actually commit any crimes, but I think she was careless. That's not a legal determination that the FBI should make. That is a General Accounting Office determination. So he was overstepping his bounds, like according to the way the government's supposed to work. All right. And I'm just saying, if the election's going to be rigged in either direction, it's obvious that it's being actively, purposefully rigged for Trump, and that the American people who have compassion, who have sentience, okay, who have the ability to think independently and not just be led around by their anger and emotions, okay, their fear and their divisiveness, okay. If you can think like a human being that God created out of love, you should vote for Hillary Clinton. Okay? And we need to vote in landslide quantities like we did for Obama to compensate for the cheating. All these rumors about vote, oh God, now there's rumors about a Democrat owns stock in a company that makes fucking voting machines. The voting machines are made by Diebold, okay? Diebold is owned by the people who own Fox News. Period. Okay? That's been known for over 10 years now.
There was a Republican in Iowa who got arrested for, you're gonna love this. She did 2 absentee.
Where's the cigarette? Oh. Got him.
Sorry. Anyway, so she apparently cast 2 absentee voting ballots for Trump. And her reason being, because the election is rigged.
Okay. Huh.
Not ruin my makeup. I have a wedding to perform in a little bit.
The fact of the matter is, the rhetoric that Donald Trump uses to get people to not believe in the system is how you get masses of people to subvert the system. Okay? By convincing people that our government is criminal, you get people to rebel against and hostile take over a government. Okay? That's his objective. All right. And his objective in saying that the election is rigged is not only to get you to help him to rig the election, but it's to cover his own ass. It's to cause the same fucking rhetorical arguments that their Soviet fucking Union used to make, to just cause people to go around in loopholes instead of actually being able to think about things.
But it's only rigged if he loses.
Yes, but
If he wins, it's not rigged.
right.
But if he loses, it is.
But if he loses, it's rigged. If he wins, it's a fair election. And that's what his fucking supporters will fucking say. And I don't understand how, as a man, you can let yourself be that stupid.
Does that mean?
Okay. And no, hold up, baby.
Sorry.
You can get offended by somebody saying you'd have to be stupid for doing something, or you can say, I'm gonna stop doing that and not be fucking stupid anymore. Okay? Stop being a child. If you can't spot a spoiled fucking brat, check yourself, because you might be one. This guy here is a spoiled brat. And let all the fucking spoiled brats vote for him. Everybody who makes faces like this when they get mad. A grown man who makes a face like this when he gets mad.
Wrong.
Wrong. Okay. How old's Layla? 8?
Yes.
Layla hasn't made a face like that for fucking 2 years. Okay? And she just turned. Alright? Since she was 5 years old. Okay? Donald Trump has the temperament of a 5-year-old girl. And I don't mean to be sexist about that. I don't have a son.
Sorry.
But I've had some spoiled little nephews. And yeah, he reminds me of them too.
So does that mean that life is rigged? Except if you're rich and don't have any problems, then it's not rigged.
No.
Well, by
because
Trump's theory,
Donald Trump would never let poor people realize that. He's the fucking person who rigs the shit for fucking. I mean, he literally, actively, he is the one. He is the exact type of person that you hate, and you're going to vote for him? Do I have evidence of this? Yes, of course I have evidence of this. Okay? By not paying contractors, he's ruining people's lives. Those people have children. Their educational futures are going to be affected. He is literally one of the instrumental tools in keeping the lower class down. And the last thing I want to say, okay, if you take offense to me saying that only ignorance could lead someone to vote Trump about this Russian thing, okay, before you think you can make a determination and roll your eyes at it, you need to ask yourself one thing.
But that's not it.
That's not it. Have you been backseat generaling the Ukraine and Georgian invasions? Okay? If you started paying attention to this conflict when Russia started invading Syria, okay, and they did. They landed troops and they fucking took over. They've made an active puppet of Assad. Okay? He does whatever the fuck they tell him. Alright? If you just started paying attention to it at that point, you don't know the background, you don't know the context, you don't know the build up to this shit. Okay? And Iraq and ISIS have nothing to fucking do with it. Those are literally distractions. The whole purpose of ISIS, the name, the brand, the whole thing, its existence was purposely manufactured to distract you from Russian invasion of Europe. Okay? And that's what they're doing right now. They're invading fucking Europe. Don't believe me? Ask the people on the ground out there. The Europe people. What do they call them? European? I'm a peon. He's a peon. Oh, sounds funny to me. Used to call them Magdalenians. Look up the Magdalenian Empire. Okay? This is not a big fucking mystery either. These are things that are hidden right in front of your face for you to just open your eyes and see them. Just like everything else I talk about on this channel. Anybody can say, oh, I don't take you seriously. Oh, that sounds crazy. I'm sorry for being, more bored than you with life and having to, figure out all this shit. But I figured out all this shit. Okay, I didn't get it from a fucking documentary. Didn't get it from reading. Okay? This is carefully, painstakingly decipherment of reality. Alright? And apparently it's noisy time. And you look like you're getting restless, so.
I just wanted a cigarette.
Okay.
I've been trying to grab that one from you for 20 minutes now, and you keep taking it away. Like, I'm gonna keep talking about it. I'm not gonna smoke it, but you can't have it.
So, do you have anything to just desperately plead with people before they elect a dictator that will absolutely destroy this country?
It'd be great if they'd go back and watch some of the previous videos, like, leading up to all the discussions that we've had on Russia, first of
Don't
all.
forget to click the like button.
Oh, yeah. And the subscribe. And, go back and check to see if your like button's stuck, because we're having an issue with that. People are liking our videos, and we're getting reports that they go back to them later, and their like is gone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Please feel free to report that. By the way.
Yeah, just don't bother reporting it to the FBI, because apparently they don't give a fuck about what Russia's doing to tamper with the election. They're just going to tamper with it some more themselves.
But seriously, go back, watch our videos, take note of the dates that these videos were made. I mean, he's been calling this shit out long before we've even had the channel. Okay, and, I'd like to think that my little insight on Russia and communism helps, But, seriously, y'all, for the longest time, want to sit there and, talk about how crazy Sean is and all this stuff. He's not fucking crazy. Go back, look at the dates, and listen to the topics that we're talking about. It's all coming to fruition. Seriously. I'm terrified. People ask me what I think about this election, and to be honest with you, either way it goes, I'm terrified. Because you have the chance of Clinton winning, and there being a complete uprising from all of the Trump people, and this country going to hell in a handbasket. Or you have the possibility, of Trump winning, and us all getting blown to pieces by Russia. So either way, I'm terrified.
And yet, you're going to let this person repeat Russian propaganda to you, including a threat of World War III if Hillary gets elected. Basically, he's threatening you. You better fucking elect me or you're all gonna die. Like, that has never been fucking done before. Okay? He's threatening, Trump has literally threatened nuclear fucking war vis-a-vis Putin if he doesn't get elected. How can you conscience voting for this tyrant? He's a wolf in wolf's clothing. Are you kidding me? Didn't they prophesy about him in 2 Corinthians? Fuck's sake. He says he doesn't know why people would need to confess their sins. Oh, he doesn't do anything wrong, because he wouldn't need to fucking confess. All right, Paul. Oh yeah, the difference between a Paultian and a Christian has been exhibited before your eyes just like I told you it would be. Every lesson I've been trying to teach you has been played out. A line in the sand has been drawn, just as I said it would be. Doubt me at your own peril, okay? This is what I have calculated.
For years.
And I'm not just a legend in my own mind. I am somewhat of an intellectual dynamo, in addition to my obvious spiritual capabilities, okay? Just my ability to think and calculate, okay? should get you to listen to me and want to know what the fuck I have to say. All right?
Go back. Watch the videos. Seriously. I've seen and talked about, and he's talked about things that are coming to fruition. Watch the videos.
What would the head of the place we used to live's gifted and talented, the guy in charge of smart people in our area back when we were in school, what would he tell you about me?
You'd wonder why you aren't working for the government at this point in time.
Mr. Hernandez.
Hernandez. Octavio Hernandez. That man there. Ooh, that was a smart man too. I used to sit across the hall when he moved his classroom to the band hall and hear the two of them arguing math proofs. And Hernandez is admitting that he was wrong. This is a smart man. Him and my uncle used to do the same thing. My uncle's a math professor at Xavier University. He's the head of the math department, has a degree in a doctorate in math and 2 in physics.
Not trying to appear arrogant.
No, it's true.
I'm trying to pull rank, okay? Like, I'm trying to say, look, okay, I can lead the way here to the truth.
The teachers at King used to have him teach the classes. I mean, come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
And even
this is true.
And even after he graduated, they were still talking about him because I graduated 2 years after. So for 2 years after, I still heard about him.
There was this guy named Mr. Sullivan, and he had no lunch break due to some scheduling bullshit. Okay, so I gave him his lunch break. My period was during like a lunchish time. I think it was right after my lunch. So I would go and I would teach his class so that fucking man could eat. All right. And then the following year, they had me pulled out of classes at least 3 times a week to teach the various technology vocational training classes that were doing networking and computer repair and programming, because they get me to teach them the hardware basics to the programming guys. Like I'm not some moron reading a script, repeating the same shit that everybody else is telling me.
No script.
Okay, and that's
no script.
That's all I'm trying to convey here by tooting my own asshole. I mean horn.
Yeah, I'm tooting it too. Toot toot, motherfucker, toot toot, toot toot.
Just make sure you use salad dressing. I mean, wait, what?
Oh god.
Oh yes. I don't filter myself. Okay, this is not a shill channel. Okay, but I ask you to take a step back and just consider that any channel right now that gets over 100,000 views on a video within a week, they're shills. Okay, every single legitimate source. Okay, like there's on the left and right. Okay, I'm not just saying there's right wing. There's these little channels that are posting MSNBC clips and CNN clips that are getting, well more than their share of views, and they're the most selective ones. And meanwhile, you can see the longer clips with more information on them getting just a couple thousand views, when you know that if you were scrolling, you would pick the longer and more informational one. Okay? The fact of the matter is, there are foreign powers paying for the promotion of whatever videos are most divisive. Okay? The divide and conquer strategy has become that simple. All you got to do is click a video and say, I want to promote this video, and pay for the clicks on it. And you get it to show up on people's recommended videos until your money runs out. All right? And that has been a very easy propaganda tool. In addition to this, you have obvious Russian influence, Russian infiltration, and Russian hacking on YouTube. Okay. I have seen just the numbers getting weird across the board for any American institution type channel. Okay. And I just find it hard to believe. It just doesn't add up. Okay. Like, it seems to me like anything where proper information could come out of is suppressed. Okay. Is prevented from being viewed en masse. And has their numbers altered to make it look like even less people view them. Okay? I know for a fact that my numbers are altered. I know for a fact that my likes are altered.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But I go and I see like our local news channels, okay? And even the national, like CBS News, okay? 500 views in a day? Really?
You're right.
Country of fucking hundreds of millions of people, okay? There's probably more reporters in foreign countries watching those videos than they actually get on their view counts. Okay? Think about this. You want to talk about a rigged system? This system could not possibly be more rigged against the few actual Americans left, like Hillary Clinton. This system could not possibly be more rigged in favor of a foreign puppet. Okay, do you at least remember enough about history to remember that the Soviet Union established puppet regimes? Are you really going to vote for America to be a puppet regime of the Soviet Union?
Please, for the love of God, don't.
If you are a white supremacist who has bought into this Novorossiya bullshit, know that Putin's army is more than 50% Muslim. Know that he is likely a secret Muslim. Okay? I have nothing personal against Muslims, but you're being deceived, and it's my job to tell you the truth. Okay? I have something very non-personal and purely intellectual and purely factual and purely patriotic against political Islam. Okay? But in my ability to distinguish the difference, I hope I've earned your further trust. I'm not here to bullshit you, and I wouldn't squeeze my fucking head and let sounds come out unless I was absolutely certain of what I was saying. Sometimes I misspeak. I'm not saying, I'm perfect or anything. But in large part, when I take a breath before I try to speak, the fucking truth comes out. When I don't. That kind of thing happens. Yeah, well. What? Okay, the licking me selfies are silly enough, but you gotta go and lick me on videos too. I must be tasty.
Tastes like chicken. Sorry.
Maybe it's just because this is the Matrix. Everything tastes like chicken. Wait. But if I taste like chicken, does chicken taste like chicken, or does chicken taste like me? And on that bombshell, it's time to just don't vote Trump.
No.
Just don't vote Trump. If you think you're going to vote Trump, just stay home. Okay? Just stay home and pray. Okay? Please don't vote for Trump. You don't have to vote for Hillary. Okay? Don't vote for Gary Johnson. You don't even know what the fuck Aleppo is.
What is
okay?
Aleppo?
Like, you're just throwing away a vote if you vote for Gary Johnson. I'm not saying that I have anything against third parties, okay? I'm all for third parties. Gary Johnson is a fucking moron. Okay? A moron.
Yeah.
All right? But I'd be more comfortable with a moron than a fucking Satanist, wolf in sheep's clothing, fucking evil tyrant, goddamn dictator, fascist like fucking Donald Trump, okay? This man has his people in his rallies turn around and fucking like shout obscenities at the media at his rallies. He does not give a fuck about the Constitution. He does not give a fuck about you. He does not give a fuck about free press. In his lack of giving a fuck about free press, he clearly shows how little he gives a fuck about you. Because he doesn't want anybody telling you if he ever does anything wrong. That's his true objective in that. If you can't see it, you're fucking blind. I'm sorry. I love you. That's why I'm saying this. You can get pissed off at me, but you know what? You're just getting pissed off at your parents all over again. You're just getting pissed off at your grandparents who died in World War II to defeat a fucking mad man like this. This is insanity. And it's got to stop.
And you know it's bad when Republicans are even endorsing Clinton.
Right.
I mean, come
he
on,
wants to brag
that's
about 200 generals and officers going to endorse him. 400. 400 is how much usually endorse Republicans. Okay. So he's got literally half of Republican support. All right. Half the Republicans in fucking Congress. Okay. And in the Senate. Okay. Disavowed this guy. All right. And you know what? You think, oh, well, no, they're the corrupt half? No. They're the decent half. They're the accountable half. All right? They're the half that have proven themselves. These shady motherfuckers who go along with Ted Cruz's sequester and shit like that. These shady motherfuckers who go along with the government shutdown, who sign off on all these outrageous fucking things like the letter to Iran, okay? Those are the people who still support Donald Trump. They are anarchists, and they will lead you to absolute, utter hardship and suffering if you let them take control. Because their objective is to be bailed out at the last minute by Das Putin.
Mm-hmm.
So, merci beaucoup, gracias, thank you, spasibo for watching.
Well,
Yeah,
Dankeschön.
that too. That was sign language. Please click the little thumbs up thing.
Shish.
What?
That was thank
Oh
you
yeah.
in
Duh.
Chinese.
Sorry, took me a second. I thought you said share. I'm like, yeah, they should share the video.
Share the video. Shish. Share.
Share.
Thank you, share.
Share for share. Yeah.
Are we believing in life after love with share?
I can feel some things I said. I'm gonna stop now before I break the camera.
Even the kids are yelling that you're creepy.
Alright. So, we're gonna go.
Yes, I have important brain stuff to go do.
This is just fucking driving me crazy. Okay? And please, if this is driving you crazy too, share this video.
Save our
Keep
country.
bumping it up. Comment on your own video. Like your own video. Okay? Share it on Google. Share it on Twitter. Share it on fucking Facebook. Okay? Share it in groups. Share it in the comments. Okay? Troll Trump videos with it. I don't care. More people need to see these videos. I posted a couple videos here that should be congenial enough to share. Okay?
Also, check out Joey's hilarious Alex Jones mocking videos. That will have you laughing.
There's some fabulous Alex Jones impersonations.
Yes.
And don't let Donald Trump Poroshenko this vote. Don't let him Yanukovych this vote. Okay? He is literally inciting people to cheat while also paying people to cheat. Okay? Most of the dead people that are going to vote are actually going to be Canadian shills who were fucking, who have Russian parents. Okay? And it sounds weird, but, I wasn't expecting it when I found this out either. So, it just happens to be the fucking truth. Yeah. Click the like button, click the little subscribe button. Appreciate it if you share it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day. Peace.